Alright, this video is for section 3.5. We're going to be learning about slope. We're going to be using slope-intercept form of an equation and going that way. I didn't do a video for section 3.4, which was graphing in standard form using intercepts and horizontal and vertical lines. You might want to look just at the page materials in Canvas just to make sure that you have a good idea of what they have there. Alright, so let's talk about this thing called slope. Slope has a lot of different names that it goes by. Slope can be called the change in y over the change in x. It could be called rise over run. It could be using the formula, slope formula, y2 minus y1, x2 minus x1. But basically, we're going to use the idea of vertical change. So slope is also abbreviated as m. So vertical change over horizontal change. And in algebra or math, change a lot of time is used the Greek symbol delta, which is the triangle. So we look at the two graphs down here in example 1, and we see that the vertical change is 4, the horizontal change is 6 for A. So the vertical change was 4, shown by the red line. The horizontal change was 6, shown by the blue line. We can divide both of those by 2, so our slope would be 2 over 3. Okay. Right now it's important to note that vertical or lines that are positive slope, the slopes are positive. From left to right, that line will go up. Alright, looking at example B, we can see indicated by the red line that our slope, our vertical change is a negative 3, our horizontal change is a 2. So our slope then is negative 3 over 2. Negative slopes as you go from left to right on the graph are going to go down. So let's look at this and just use mathematics. So we're going to start with our first y value is 3. From negative 4 and 3, our x value is negative 4. By equation, we're going to subtract 1, and we're going to subtract 1. And we're going to get 2 over negative 5. If I wanted to look at that on the graph, I could draw a triangle that shows that same thing. Negative 2 here and 5 here. Looking at the second example, number 2, we're going to start right here. Our y value is negative 1. Our x value is negative 3. Go to the next one. Our y value is negative 3. And our x value, subtract 3. Our x value is 3. So we're going to subtract those. So we end up with negative 4 over negative 6. Both negatives make positive. So we can say that we go up 2 and over 3. So if I do that, I can do it on the graph. Here 2, 3, and then here 2, 3 once again. Or if I do all the way, I would be going over 6 and up 4. Final example number 3. Our y value first is negative 3, and then we're going to subtract 4 from it. Our x value is 2. We're going to subtract 5. We're going to get negative 7 over negative 3. So we're over. So if I draw that, I can't really draw it that well on the graph because it doesn't give me, it's going by twos, so it really doesn't help to do that. Now looking in tables, we want to find slope. So when we work with the table, we want to look at the change in x. So x changes 4, x changes 3, x changes 3. Actually, they were all 3. Okay. Y value goes down 6, y value goes down 6, y value goes down 6, so change in y over change in x, and our slope for that table is negative 2. Alright, x value in b goes up 2, goes up 2, goes up 2, and the y value stays the same, so there is no change in y, so that's 0 over 2, m equals 0. Here we have our x values are not changing, x values are not changing, x values are not changing. Our y values are going up by 3, up by 6, up by 3. You'll remember from our discussion of whether something is a function or not. This obviously isn't a function, but it does say the m is undefined here. That is a horizontal line, or vertical line, excuse me. So our slope is undefined. This would be a line that would be represented by x equals negative 3. The line previous with the slope is 0 would be represented by y equals 2. Going on. Again, positive slopes go up from left to right. Negative slopes go down from left to right. A slope of 0 is a horizontal line, and an undefined slope is a vertical line. So, we want using the slope-intercept form of a linear equation. So I mentioned before, slope-intercept is y equals mx plus b. So find the slope and the y-intercept from this equation. Alright, so A, our m is equal to 3, and our b is equal to negative 4. Equation B, we see that y is equal to 6.5, so there is no m. M is equal to 0. Our b is going to be equal to 6.5 because we're going to have a horizontal line that will go all the way through 6.5, so it will go through the point 0 and 6.5. Finally, our last one, C, we're going to have to solve this for y. So you remember doing that earlier on in the course in section 1. So we're going to add 5x to both sides of the equal sign. We're going to have negative y is equal to 5x minus 2. We're going to multiply by negative 1, multiply by negative 1. We're going to get y is equal to negative 5x plus 2. So our m is negative 5. Our y-intercept is 2. And it's that way. So now we want to use the slope-intercept form to graph, and this is somewhere where it gets a little bit fun. So we're going to write the equation first and get it in the slope-intercept form. So we're going to subtract 2x from both sides. So our slope-intercept form is y is equal to negative 2x plus 2. Alright, so we're going to start with this, our y-intercept. That is the value along the y-axis, the vertical axis, where it crosses 0 in the center. So our y crosses at 2. Our slope is -2, which if we put it back into rise over run, meaning we're going to go down 2 units and over 1. And I can continue to do that and draw my line through the points and continue out. So again, looking at slope-intercept form. By the way, there's a poster that talks about graphing lines. Alright, so we're going to graph a verbal description. Let me grab a graph here real quick and put in here. Hopefully I gave myself enough room. Alright, so we have a linear function g, models a relationship in which the dependent variable decreases 3 units. For every 1 unit, the independent variable increases. We get, okay, so our change in y is going to be -3 over 1, so that is going to be our slope. Graph g when g of 0 equals 3, so it's going to go through the point 0, 3, which is going to be our y-intercept. Identify the slope and the y-intercept. So we have the slope and the y-intercept. The slope is -3. The y-intercept is 0 and 3. So we're going to start with that y-intercept, put a mark there, and we're going to go down 3 over 1, down 3 over 1. Our line's going to go through those points and continue on, changing by 3 every time.